It's your night, so do your thing, girl. It's alright, you're doing everything that I like. So let your hair down, get your life. You must be feeling like it's your night, so do your thing, girl. It's alright, you're doing everything. Hey y'all, hey, what's up, cuties? It's your girl, California Cutie. Welcome to my channel. Thank y'all for joining me. You already know what it is. We're here for the Belle Collective Reunion Special, Episode 9, Season 5. I already told y'all it's the reunion special, and it is entitled Reunited, and it feels good? Question mark. That is the title of the reunion special. That is the title of it. Okay. Reunited, and it feels good. Excuse me. Maybe not. But again, welcome to my channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Hit the like button for me. Leave me a comment. If you're on playback gang, make sure that you hit the like button and leave me a comment as well, because it gets me in the algorithms. It's helping me with my channel. Thank you guys, my cuties, for subscribing and growing my channel. It is slowly but surely getting there. I'm so excited for this new year. So yeah, we can get right on into it. We are going to get right into it. You know, the reunion was 2 parts, and I did review the whole season. So if you have not checked it out, you can go back and check out all my reviews on season 5, okay, of the Belle Collective. It was a pretty cool season. Learned some things about some people that I wasn't expecting. A couple of my faves are not my faves anymore. So, and a couple of my faves are leaving. So yeah, it's all over the place. So yeah, y'all, we got the Bells, the reunion. I was trying to get you guys a picture. I think I didn't even try to put it. I was gonna put it up for you guys, but the only thing is, let's see. Yeah, I just realized I have the wrong background dripping. So, but we can put this one up since we are talking about the girls. We need to go here, but usually this is what I was gonna do. It's a vibe. Yeah, I feel it. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. We'll go right here. Y'all know what them girls look like, and I was trying to give you guys a reunion picture, but like literally, there's no pictures. It was so weird. It was like no pictures of the ladies, but the one picture that I found, and that one picture was like, it was dull. And not only that, Carlos the King was in there. So I was like, wait a minute. I know it's the Belle Collective, and I know you feel like you're a Belle and all, but no, I just wanted them. But the only picture I could find literally was the one with him and him in the middle and the ladies around him, and it came coming out smeared because it was looked like a small picture, maybe from somebody's Instagram or something. So that was a mess. So I don't have a picture for you, and it's been a week or two since it's aired, so I know you guys probably already got the looks. My favorite look was Aikisha. She had on my favorite color. She had on the closest to turquoise. It really made her skin complexion look really, really pretty. She had the right, what is that? What do you call that? Honey blonde in her hair that like accentuated the color of the dress and the beading of the dress. It was really pretty. To me, Letitia's dress was a little too tight and too short. So when she sat down, she looked uncomfortable. And then it looked like the dress almost tightened up on her in her like sternum. And so it had her pushed up and pushed back a little bit. And I was like, what is that about? So she looked a little uncomfortable. And then, like I said, her dress was a little short. So sitting down on those short couches, it looked like Her legs were up a little bit higher, of course, because she has on heels. All the ladies do. And so, ladies, when we sit with our legs a certain kind of way on a couch or a low chair, our legs go up, and then our heels got our legs looking a little different. So she didn't look very comfortable to me. Who else? Who else? And then uh Latrice, the dress she had on was beautiful. I'm gonna give her that. I did like the dress. But I was not so enthused with her makeup, I think it was, to me. I don't know if they just matched it too much, in my opinion. Like, she was matchy matchy, and then the lip was kind of dark, which gave to me a look of, no disrespect, but a person that smokes too much, um, and their lips look really dark. That's the tint the lipstick was given for me. Not saying that she smokes or not, and more of a cigarette smoker, if you will, or a blunt smoker, if you will, because they always say your lips turn black from, smoking blunts and things like that. So for me, I'm just saying that lipstick looked more dark lipped, not even like a dark lip stain. It just didn't. It to me didn't accentuate her. To me, the bob was looking a little hard, and it looked a little cone headish at the top of it. So I don't know. Latrice wasn't my favorite, and she usually hits it on the nail. Not my favorite. Selena had on a dress that made me feel like she thought she was Cinderella, because she had these things that was draped around her arms, and the color was like Cinderella as well. And I was just like, Then she wore that really white blonde hair, and yes, she can pull it off, but I didn't think that she needed it in this particular setting. I think something longer would have been cute, but nonetheless, beautiful woman. She looked pretty. Latrice, no, I said Latrice. Tambra. Tambra had on gold, and it was almost whitewashed her out, because it was like kind of on the yellowish side. And like, unless it's summertime, I stay away from wearing a lot of yellow, because I'm so light skinned. Because it will wash out us yellow folk. And so the dress was okay. It just looked like it was swallowing her up a little bit, just like her hair looked like it was swallowing her up. It was a lot of hair all over the place for me. I was like, whoa, Tamra, I'm gonna need you to don't pluck it to death, but I don't know. What do they call it? Thinning out, thin that thing out a little bit. And all that baby hair that slick. I was like, girl, no. In her makeup, I don't think she needs that much makeup. And I think they put too much on her when they put a red lip on her or a hot pink lip on her. It just be sometimes too much. So just my thoughts. I mean, I have on this burgundy lipstick. It's actually cranberry lip gloss from Bath and Body Works. Whatever, y'all know what it is, them people. But I actually like it because it's really a gloss, but it like stains the lip. And so, but when it goes on, it literally just feels like lip gloss. So I like it. So I just feel like maybe they need to gloss her lip, or get a stained glossy lip for Tambra. And then we move over to the other couch. I already told y'all what Letitia looked like. So Gucci had on a pretty color shade blue dress as well. It had some kind of something that was moving around her boob or in front of her boob. It kind of looked featherish, kind of looked like whimsical. I wasn't feeling it. I'm sorry. And then she was sitting like she was uptight. And so it just didn't look relaxed. It was a sophisticated dress. The beading and the blue. It was like blue, light blue, and then periwinkle. And so those two colors together were really pretty. And she had like a periwinkle wraparound shoe. So I'm saying the dress looked pretty. Even the feathery thing kind of looked pretty too. But because she was so tense and not sitting relaxed and letting that feathery thing in front of her like do its thing, it kind of fell short for me. Maybe, I'm sure it looked even better standing up. Like I said, I had the picture, but it's just kind of blurry if I pull it up. Then we have, I already told y'all about Akeisha. The color of her dress was beautiful, beautiful beaded dress. It's turquoise, my favorite color. So beautiful. She looked beautiful. Hair was nice. And then we had Marie. Marie had on a gold dress as well. I like the color of her gold on her skin. It was really pretty. It wasn't yellow gold. It was goldy gold. It was goldy gold and it looked rich. I wasn't very fond of the shoulder piece. Y'all see my shoulder piece? My daughter hooked me up. So yeah, but I wasn't really fond of her shoulder piece. I know where they were trying to go, but I think it just gave too much avant-garde. Like, is that how you say it? It was giving too much for me, and I felt like it would have been even sexier if it just kind of laid down on her shoulders. Just my thoughts. I just, but I thought it was perfect color. I love her waves. I love the way she wears her hair. The dress fit her nice. It wasn't too short, so when she went to sit down, and she had on high heels as well, but she still managed to sit down and was able to cross her legs and be comfortable. Okay, y'all. So that's how the ladies look. So let's get into what was said. Carlos King starts off with bongos, brunches, and brawls. I said, wait, what? He said, that's what's going to be discussed, and that basically will sum up what happened. Bongos, I guess, is where they went. Can't remember. I don't know where bongos would come from, but okay. And then brunches, Letitia had her brunch in New Orleans, and it was co-ed. And then brawls, yeah, that would have been at the hands of Latrice's grand opening, dual grand opening. Yeah. That's what they were talking about. So Carlos said right off top, you can, I'm sorry. I put Carlos said, but I don't know why I did that. But anyway, you can see right off top that Latrice comes in, not Latrice. No, yeah, I'm sorry. When Akeisha is walking in, Latrice has a problem with her right off top. You can just feel the tension. Even when so Gucci walked in, Carlos was like, called her by all her names. So Sophia, so Gucci, Shantae, and then you can hear under Latrice's breath, she says, so fake. And even Sophia says, what you say over there whispering? She didn't reiterate it, but that's okay. It didn't need to be reiterated. So right off the bat, Latrice seems to have a problem with Akeisha. Now, I wasn't at the time not sure what was going on, because I understand, they had the brawl there, but I also understand they didn't have an argument with themselves. So, I was interested to find out in this reunion who is fessing up to what and who is saying who started what, right? So then there's tension when Selena walks out. Selena walks out as the newest Belle. The ladies, a few of them were already out there. They give her a hand clap. They show so Gucci, and production always going to be producing. So they are in there, and they show Selena walking up. They show so Gucci, clapping real slow, and kind of not a real smile, but whatever. But then at the end of that, they show her like lick her tongue out. So I said, y'all be doing that to just get us to say something, you know, and here I go falling for it. I said something, right? So again, so not really sure where this energy is gonna go during the reunion. You know, this could go left. I thought they left on a cool tip when they were in New Orleans, but the way Akeisha was, Sophia was looking, I don't know. And when they, you know, do they before they get dressed, Sophia said that she thinks that she's gonna have Gucci come out. So I was like, okay, so Gucci is real witty and real quick with, you know, what she needs to say real quick. She'll hit you, she'll jab you real quick and step back. So we're gonna see how that goes. Okay, so Carlos asks Akeisha, why does she need to do the collective? Akeisha said, without the Bells talking, there is no Bell collective. Letitia says that Akeisha had not spoken to any of the Bells for like 7 months. So probably when they went on hiatus, she hadn't reached out to any. I don't know if she said 7 or several. However, that's what hold on, y'all. I need to put some light in my room because it's literally picking up weird my background. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Like the video. Okay, turn that light on. Yeah, like the video for me. And I hope my camera does not blur because sometimes when I get up and down, it blurs my camera. Look, see? So it'll get back. Let's see. You see me. There you go. Okay. So pull up back the notes. Okay. See, it's a little better now that I got some light here. I was sitting in the dark. It just got dark in Los Angeles. Well, in California. I'm not in Los Angeles. So yeah, she said she hadn't talked to her in several months, 7 months, however. And so Letitia also points out that she got her phone number. She has her phone number, but she could have reached out to her that way. So I'm thinking she must have sent an email, which could be informal a little bit. You get those from like your bosses and stuff. So I think Letitia was basically saying, you know, it wasn't personal. So, but she still wanted to give Akeisha a try and see what she was, you know, trying to offer to the Bells. Latrice jumps in and basically calls Akeisha out for doing hood rat things. I was like, wait, what hood rat stuff? What we talking about? And basically was like, and you know what you did. So again, big energy coming from that side of the room. Still nobody elaborated what was going on at that moment. Latrice says that Akeisha is so fake. Akeisha says she's the only one on the show that wears her real hair and no makeup. I said, okay, girl. But so does I won't say no makeup, but so Gucci wears her, never mind. And Marie wears her own hair, but I don't know about how many of the ladies don't wear, you know, their makeup or no makeup. But Akeisha, I have seen your freckles because you have freckles because you had no makeup on, and I've seen your real hair. You know what I'm saying? So she's right when she say that. So Letitia said, what about your heart? Because basically, you know, Latrice was like, you so fake. And she's like, no, I'm the only one that wear my real stuff. And Letitia said, yeah, but what about your heart? Akeisha says, my heart is genuine, baby. I don't know what you're talking about. Carlo asks, so Gucci, do she think that Akeisha is things that Akeisha is that Carlos says that Akeisha and So Gucci are close. So he says to So Gucci, does she thinks that Akeisha is misunderstood? So Gucci says her delivery sometimes may confuse the girls, but Akeisha, but that's because No, so she was like, the girls might misunderstand, you know, where she's coming from because she's really coming from a good place, but the girls might not, they might misunderstand where she's coming from. And then Akeisha jumps in and it's like, oh no, you understand me because you understand my confidence. I said, oh, okay, girl. She said, yeah, you're not intimidated. I said, she said, you're not intimidated by my confidence. So I was like, Carlo says, oh, so then they jump to Carlos and start playing this, really somber music. They start playing this little somber music and all that. And he was like, Carlos says, so Akeisha, did it hurt your feelings when you saw that Latrice and Letitia, were talking and they feel like, you don't need to be part of the Belle Collective? Akeisha was like, no. Record scratch. Seriously, that's what the record scratched. And after that somber music, Akeisha was like, nah, because it was Latrice and Letitia talking. Like, they lie, they manipulate, and they conspire. They go behind your back. So no, my feelings were not hurt. Letitia kept trying to have a moment and interrupt, but it fell on deaf ears, y'all. Ain't nobody listening to Letitia. I'm still trying to figure out why Letitia is sitting next to Carlos. Like, she ain't bring nothing where she needs to be sitting next Carlos. I'm just saying. I don't see why she was sitting next to Carlos. I don't. No. Mm-mm. Carlos congratulates Marie on her doctorate and checks in on her and her family. She says she feels like her family. I'm sorry. She checks on her and her family as far as like the cousins and all that, because Carlos is basically asking, do she think that her family feels entitled because she's so successful, and she's are they entitled to her money and to her success? And Marie said, yeah, she does feel like they feel like they're entitled to her money and things. And so that does cause a rift in her family when she wants to tell them no. She wants to lead with her head and not her heart, because when you lead with your heart, you always kind of finish on the other end, the wrong side of it, because you're trying to help out, and some people take your kindness for weakness. So got to be careful, especially when it comes to family. Carlos says all the ladies are successful, and so Gucci was like, here, girl, you thirsty? You girl, did you need to do that? Was you thirsty? You acting thirsty. Sophia, you're acting very thirsty right now. What are you choking for? What are you getting out of choking and acting like when Carlos said all the ladies are successful on the panel, and here you go, girl, don't do that. That just like devalue yourself. That's putting you down. Like, you're lowering your standards, babe. Don't do that. It's not cute, okay? Carlos asks her, well, who's not successful on the stage? Selena says, inquiring minds want to know. Letitia says she's talking about Selena. Carlos asks, is Selena successful? She says she doesn't care what that lady over there talking about Sophia thinks. Marie says that to this day. Oh, okay, so they jump, because some of this stuff, when I'm saying it, I might jump into a whole nother conversation, because some of this stuff people were trying to have moments and it was falling kind of short, and or nobody cares. So Carlos was like literally moving it along. Okay. Which kind of can make me mad a little bit because I kind of want you to elaborate a little bit more. That's why we keep saying we want somebody else to host a show. No disrespect to you, Carlos, but literally that's why we want other people to host a show because you're friends with a lot of these ladies and your peoples, and we feel like you're always like skipping over what you don't think that's important and what you think is more important, and you're invested a little too much. So and we want somebody that's invested, but also I know you're a Libra, I'm a Libra, and I know you try to be fair, but sometimes if you are friends with some of the women on the cast and you're not as close to other ones, you ain't gonna not help but to kind of lean more towards the one you're closer to. It's just facts. I'm sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay. So moving on, they move on to back to Marie. Marie says that to this day they still don't know who attacked her home, and she hasn't heard from law enforcement, but they still are the investigation is still going on. I don't know how long that's been, but the fact that they don't have nothing going on or she has not heard from law enforcement, sometimes they say no news is good news. Not in this situation. No, we need to find out what's going on, and because what's the going on? And I don't know if Carlos didn't ask her about if she moved or what was going on, but I would have liked to know that she's safe and that she did move and find somewhere else to stay. Or did she stay there? I don't think she would, but I don't feel like he asked her enough. And so Marie says that all this bickering that the girls are doing, is heartbreaking to her because you never know, if you're promised tomorrow and if you're going to see the next day. It's just not worth it at the end of the day. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Okay. Carlos brings up how people on the internet are saying Marie had got work done, and Latrice even questioned that she got work done, and Latrice is going like this, basically like her nose. And Latrice have also accused Marie of having a BBL. So I mean that's not news to any of us. But Carlos posted the questions to all the ladies and asked if any of the women had got work done. So they go down the from one couch to the other. So Tambra, have you got work done? Tambra said no. Selena and Latrice are sitting together. Selena's like, oh yeah, no, that don't count um what did she say? Constructive surgery, or did she say? Yeah, I don't know if she said. I don't know if that's if that is surgery. So I don't know if she meant lipo. I don't know, but she didn't. She said no, but she still was over there talking and chit chatting too much. So I don't know what she was chit chatting about. Latrice, we all know and saw her glow up. She got her girls done. Letitia says she got a little light Botox, not Botox. She got a little light lipo and a small BBL because she didn't want to look like a big girl with this big old juicy butt, I'm sure, because it probably would have looked too much. But she said it wasn't enough, so maybe she should have let them just do their job. So Gucci said no, she had not got work done. Akeisha said she had not got work done. And so Marie says, no, I haven't got any work done. But with the lupus, she gets, inflammation. And so what we saw was her face inflamed a few seasons back. And so the inflammation is gone. I think she got reconstructive surgery on her jaw, and everything got smaller without the inflammation. So she said, so literally she had reconstructive surgery to fix the jawbone, and it was medically necessary, a medical necessity. And this fool Carlos turns and looks at Latrice and says, "See, Latrice, it was a medical necessity. Do you owe her an apology?" Latrice says, no, I don't. That was still surgery. And it is a surgery. Y'all disagree? Y'all agree? Put it in the comments. It was a surgery. Reconstructive surgery. Surgery? Surgery. Marie says she ain't gonna apologize for anything. Talking about Latrice. Latrice don't apologize for nothing. Carlos says, you look good. It don't matter anyway. Marie says, y'all gonna stop forcing this BBL on me. Because she said, because if I take my clothes off, you can tell it ain't a BBL, which really means that she wears nice undergarments that keep everything tight and together. And when she takes everything off, it kind of fall a little bit, and then it's a little juicier, and then it probably jiggle a little bit like Jello. Nothing wrong with that. I like a little Jello jiggling booty. That's how my mama's booty used to be. Love my mama booty. Me and my sister both. That's because we got our Mexican side of our butt. So we loved our mama's butt. She had big. She's in her 70s, but to me, she still got a big butt for her skinny butt. It's her small frame, but my mom's butt's still big. It's crazy. Anywho, Carlos asked about Essie, and Marie says that she's doing as good as she can do. She has been going back and forth in and out of Alabama. She didn't say to where, but she's getting tests ran so that she can get the transplant, or get prepared for the transplant if it becomes available. Oh, excuse me. Carlo introduces the newest Belle, Selena. He asks Selena, how does it feel to be a Belle? Selena says it feels amazing. She's with her girls, and when she does that, she basically says the girls that are sitting by her, which is Tambra and Latrice. And Carlos said, what about these girls? Meaning the other couch, which was Marie, Akeisha, Sophia, and Letitia. So Carlos said, what about these girls? And Selena said, there's a few on the couch. She was like, Marie is cool. Me and Marie are cool. She was like, me and Letitia, that's my girl. We're good. She said Letitia, but she meant Akeisha. She was like, Akeisha be, she a little iffy. And I think she said that because, Sophia and Akeisha are cool, so it makes sense for her to say she a little iffy. I mean, which really means that she's cordial. She ain't not speaking to her or ignoring her or talking mess about her. I'm sure she's heard some things from Sophia, because that's just how it would go. But I don't think for any reason that Selena is just literally cutting her off or dogging her out and like, girl, I ain't got time for you because you are friends with her. I don't see that. Carlos asked Selena about her storyline this season, and Sophia says, me? What, girl? What? Is this thing on? I said, what? What? So what now? What is she talking about, y'all? Can y'all please tell me what this is talking about? What do you mean Selena's storyline is you? Girl. I was like, what? Selena said, bitch, I've been your storyline Sophia says, you want to fight, don't you? I'm saying, wait, you gonna tell, you didn't have to jump in and say not one word when Carlos was talking to Selena. You didn't have to say not one word. You could have just shut your ass up. You could have just shut your ass up and just sat there and let Carlos and Selena have a conversation. But no, you want to jump your little happy self in it and say me. So no, no. And then gonna try and spin it back on Selena talking about, oh, you want to fight, don't you? No, I don't want to fight, but I want you to shut your ass up. That's what I want. Selena says, I really don't. She said, I'm the reason you're on here. Okay. Carla says, why do you think you're the reason Sophia is here? Selena says, because I put in a good word to this young lady talking to about Latrice, about my ex-husband. Because Latrice, of course, you know, every season they ask all the Bells that they have somebody that might be interested before they just cast any old body. That's just how it works out. That's how it's been. That's how it's going to be forever. And so basically they ended up saying to, you know, I'm sorry, y'all got distracted by putting my banner up, but basically Latrice was approached, or they probably asked her. Latrice was probably trying to do her little due diligence, and so she asked Selena, you know, what do you think about JJ? Selena said, you know, that's her ex, and he would make good TV. And she knew that Selena was going to be a Belle ultimately if JJ gets on the show. I mean, what else would happen? And so Sophia says, if you wanted the position, you should have been trying to get the position. Selena said, I wasn't trying to get the position. And Sophia is like, why wasn't you trying to get on? Why wasn't you trying to get on? And that's when she was like, what'd she say? She said, Sophia says, but you here. Sophia asked her, why wasn't she ready? Then Selena said, because I lost my son. I said, She said, I lost my son. Don't play with me. I was like, oh, that's sad. And it makes me go back to them in New Orleans, sitting at the pool, and remember they had hugged it out, and Sophia had said to Selena that she didn't want to hurt her no more, and that wasn't her intentions to hurt her. So I was feeling like, this is a hurtful moment. This feels hurtful. This feels real hurtful to me. Sophia was like, oh, okay, well, calm down, sis. And I'm like, see, even that, it didn't even feel like you had remorse in that moment to even say, my bad, I forgot you know, something happened to your son, and you're right. And I misspoke. I spoke out of turn. No, of course you didn't do that. That's too much like doing the right thing. She's not Spike Lee, for sure. Latrice basically backed up what Selena said, that she reached out to Selena and asked about JJ, and Selena said he would be good for TV. Sophia says she doesn't believe. Sophia said she doesn't believe that about what Latrice did, meaning she reached out and told producers about JJ. She said, I don't believe that you did that. Latrice have a track record of lying, and that's my opinion. Latrice is like, well, dang, what I lie about? And Sophia like, well, I'm not about to go into all that. I'm not about to go back. Well, then why you bring it up, bitch? I ain't gonna say she a liar. And then not even bring up one lie. Bring up the lie. Bring the lie up, girl. What you doing? I'm not gonna bring up no lie. I'm just gonna, girl. I don't have the time. Girl, bring up one lie. We had time for one lie. We literally had time for one good lie, and I was waiting on it. Huh? Not saying that Latrice is not a liar. I was just waiting on the one that you had ready, in your archives. Sophia just wants to know why would Latrice suggest JJ for the show? Selena says because she's not a hater. Latrice says that Selena doesn't talk bad about people, and that's why she thought it was okay to ask JJ to be on. Tambra chimes in, and she says, I didn't even know you and Selena, talking to Sophia, I didn't know that you and Selena even had an issue because you guys sat next to each other at my event. There wasn't nothing, no issues. And then Latrice chimed in yeah, at my event. I said, no, girl, remember that was the event. I mean, it might have been the event before that, but the last event, Latrice, at your event, that's where they had to. Never mind. Because Latrice had to join in. That might have been a point where Sophia was saying the lie and stuff. Never mind. Sophia says because they didn't have any issues, so now I'm confused. Tambra says she didn't know that they'd had any issues, talking to Sophia and Selena, but directly talking to Sophia. She says, I didn't know you and Selena really had any issues. You've been to my event. You guys sat next to each other, and I did not even know that you guys had any, anything going on. Sophia says, we didn't have any issues because we didn't have any issues. I'm like, huh? So where's the issues coming from? Sophia says they didn't have any issues, but there was some smoke between the two of the ladies. Carlo asked, what was Selena and JJ relationship like before any of them got on Belle Collective? Selena says she always kept it cordial with JJ throughout the years. She did that because of the children or the kids or the adult children, whatever you want to call them, because of the kids. Carlos asked, what is the relationship with JJ today? Selena says they have no relationship. She and JJ. They don't have one whatsoever. Zero, zilch, nothing, nada. Okay. Carlos says, why is that, Selena? Why is that? Selena says, we just don't. Sophia says, whatever the relationship they had is what they had. Selena says, then why you keep bringing it up? And that's, hello, inquiring minds want to know that. If whatever they had is what they had, why do you bring it up? Why are you guys having an issue? She was before you. The issue is dead. It's done. Like, literally, what are we talking about? Selena don't want JJ. JJ don't want Selena. You're married to JJ, and you're literally still bringing up old mess. Like, I don't get it. You can't pay me to do it. And their kids are grown. I lived that life, child. It was a mess in the beginning, and then you just kind of grow up, and you just can't argue and fuss and fight over no kids that two people share, and then the other two people join in, and it's a lot, y'all. Anyway, Selena says, then why are you bringing it up? Sophia says, because I stand 10 toes down with my husband. That I said, stand 10 toes down for yourself. Stand 10 toes down for your kids. Stand 10 toes down for your grandkids. Ain't nobody telling you to don't stand 10 toes down with your husband, but don't stand 10 toes down with him when it was something that happened before you. Would you stand 10 toes down with him for him with some mess that he did before you were even thought of in the picture or any of that, buku? Bookie boo, what you doing, huh? That makes no sense. Like, literally, I said, this the bull. This is where you be. This is the stuff that we know that JJ be in your ear, and whatever he says, you try to internalize it, and then you try to make it your own, and it does not come across like that. It doesn't sound genuine. It sounds like you got a battery in your back. And it sounds like these are not your own thoughts. So that's like literally that's what I see. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but literally that's and I'm sure everybody else is saying the same thing. I don't think that other people are not seeing it. I literally don't think that. I literally think that you're being so transparent. You're being so transparent. Okay. Oh, that's what I put. In my notes, I put, there's always more than one side of a story. So, for So Gucci to always stand 10 toes down on something she wasn't there for and just take JJ's word at face value. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I'm sorry. Yeah. Y'all what's your opinion? Let me know how you feel about it. Because, all I can give you is my opinion. That's why you guys are on my channel, to listen to my opinion. But I'm not too high somewhere where I can't listen to what you have to say, or if you feel differently than what I'm saying, because it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can disagree. It's okay. But let me hit this. We're almost halfway through what I need for you guys to do. I hope you guys are having a good time, but I need y'all to hit that like button, okay? Let's do it. All right, I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you guys hit that like button. I hope you are subscribed to my channel. Become a cutie, okay? Ain't nothing wrong being cute, okay? Ain't nothing wrong being cute and being a cutie, okay? You can be from whatever city you from, whatever state you from. You could be a Las Vegas cutie. You could be a New Jersey cutie. You could be whatever cutie you want to be, okay? Just as long as you keep it cute. That's all we talking about, all right? And again, hit that like button if you're enjoying this content. Share me with your peoples. Okay. Sophia says, and if remember I said she said, and let me go back to this. Sophia says, and if you talk negative about him, her husband, JJ, talking to Selena. If you talk negative about him, then I'm always gonna stand up for him, bitch. And then that's when Carlos is like, can we refrain from the B word? Like, Sophia, can we use how about Belle? And then Sophia says, oh yeah, like Jezebel. I'm like, what is the hostility? What has JJ told you about this lady? Like literally you come in like you got receipts, like you seen something, something. You come way too hard. You didn't have to call that lady no Jezebel. That's crazy. She said, I thought we had, Miss Sophia, I thought we had standards. We who? The Belle Collective? You talking about y'all have standards? So Selena had to gather her. Selena said, I know you're not talking about standards because I've heard them call you stale Belle and sour Belle. I said, oh, here we go. And Carlos asked about Selena's girls and the relationship with their dad, JJ. Selena says stars are right. She was already building a relationship with JJ. We had already known her to go over to JJ and them house every Sunday to eat. She says Sky reached out to JJ, and so now they are rebuilding their relationship. And she said, as far as Sanjay is concerned, she's over it because anytime they're into it with their dad, the girls are always the one to reach out to mend the broken fences. It's never the other way around. Carlos asked, and I feel like that was like swept under the rug. And I feel like people don't realize that I don't care if your kid is an adult, especially a young adult, that if there's a problem and you had a disagreement or anything, yeah, I feel like it's in the interest of the parent to reach out to the child. Um, because that's just what we do. We are supposed to set examples for them, for one. For two, not only is it the right thing to do, sometimes they're not equipped to know what to say and how to say and even break the ice, if you will. So you're looking up to the parent to do that for them sometimes. So yeah, JJ, you been should have reached out to your daughters, and especially when Sophia reached out to him and you got upset about it, like instead of getting upset, that should have been a time where you should have said, you know what, Sophia, I'm upset about it, but you know what, I was pussyfooting around it and I shouldn't have did that. I'm in the wrong, but you ain't took no accountability yet. So we gonna see how that go. Carlos asks if Selena ever talks negative about JJ to the girls. She said never. And then she switched up and said, okay, well, I mean, I do bring light to, certain situations, and they bring it to, especially if they bring it up to me. But before that, no, he always talked negative about her to his children. Selena has moved on. We all know that Selena's moved on. She is fianced. She has her fiance, Mike, and we've all seen him. Okay, I'm sorry. I was reading my notes and I didn't understand what was going on. But yeah, Carlos gets messy and he asks, what's the difference between Mike and JJ? Selena says Mike is not she says Mike is not a compulsive liar. He's not a cheater, and he's a gentleman. Carlos says he'd be blamed. He'd be blamed also. Oh, my voice. I'm like, he what? My voice text. Anyway, it's Carlos says, oh yeah, because he be blinged out, so I assume he works. Selena says yes. And Sophia shouts out, yeah, drugs and thugs. So again, that y'all, I hope are y'all listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? Because literally, have y'all heard Selena just come for Sophia, or do you hear So Gucci coming for Selena at every twist and turn? Okay, just peep. So Selena said, anyway, honey, Mike has a 24-hour roadside service. He used to drive trucks and, he got out of that business and started this business. Carlos said, is there a wedding date set? She said, yeah, for this year, which is 2025. And Carlos said, is all the Bells invited? Selena said, not all of them, of course. Tambra, Latrice, Marie, Letitia, for sure. She feels like she got to see about Aikisha, honey. Yeah. I got to see about you, Aikisha, honey. I love the way she does. Now, that's one thing I can say that I do like that Selena brings to the table. She brings that honey after everything she talks. That's, to me, that's bellish. Honey, darling, sweetie pie, all those little things. She really says that stuff and it comes off so genuine to me. So I enjoy her doing that. And there's a couple, Marie does it sometimes. But yeah, I just I like it when they do that. Akeisha says that. Oh, Akeisha says that hurts her feelings. Carla says, does it? Which is weird a little bit. A little bit weird, not too much, but a little weird because Selena basically said, you know, she don't know if she's gonna invite Akeisha. Akeisha and Sophia are friends. And so it still feels like Akeisha's like, um, I am still trying to have a relationship with you. So it hurts my feelings that you have to think about if you're gonna let me come to your wedding. Like that's kind of, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Is that weird that Akeisha is still like trying to get a friendship with Selena when she's friends with Sophia? Uh they get into the package of Sophia with her kids and how she's rebuilding their fractured relationship. We get an unseen clip where she took her daughter D, whose name D Amber, and her son Michael. I was saying his name correctly. I was unsure, so I finally got to hear her say it. They went on a little bowling trip or whatever, went bowling, and we get her son. He gets real emotional and starts saying that he loves his mom and his sister. And Dee was crying as well. And yeah, it was a little touching moment and stuff. So they can tell, you know, they're rebuilding their relationships and stuff. So that was cool to see. Carlo asked, what is Sophia's real name? She says it's Sophia Shante. Carlos asked Selena what was her name when she met her. She was it so Gucci, so Sophia or Shante? Selena said it show wouldn't had no, it show never been Gucci. Carlos says, so what was she to you? She says nothing. Carlos said, okay, I just want to be clear. I was just, you know, I'm just asking. I just want to know. And Selena says she was a terrible stepmother. Carlos brings up Sophia's daughter D and how he was switching reels. Like you see how I just switched. Like he didn't go into what made her a bad stepmother. He didn't go into that. He was went into. So yeah, Sophia, your daughter D, and how she wanted to take. So let me go back. So Carlos brings up Sophia's daughter D and how she wanted to unalive herself, and how Marie, you know, had been through that as well. You know, Marie says that Sophia needs to just listen to D more and be there for her. Sophia says that D is seeking the help she needs and that she is breaking the generational curse that her dad put on So Gucci, you know, by saying, you know, people that need to be helped, ain't nothing wrong with you and stuff like that. Um, and Carlos brings up that it broke his heart to hear D tells Sophia that she feels like Sophia chooses JJ over her. Sophia says she didn't realize that she was doing that until they had that conversation. That just lets you know that you're not paying enough attention if you didn't know that until that time. Maybe it was just falling on deaf ears. I don't know. Sophia in her in her mind just thought that everybody was grown. Oh yeah. Her excuse was that she thought that her kids are grown and that they, you know, can do their own thing, but she understands now that she D needs her mom, and she didn't realize that her daughter needs her more now than she did then. Carlos asked if with that situation, did that want to give Sophia a reason to give Selena grace? Sophia said it did, and they did have that conversation. Sophia said she probably still want the smoke. Did you just hear what I just told y'all? She literally said that having that situation with her daughter made her look at the situation with her and Selena different after, you know, having that conversation with D. And then turned around and said, well, she still probably wants to smoke. What? And she wants to smoke. Selena interrupted her and said she can't tell because you came out here charging for me on this stage. Sophia says Selena probably is not gonna admit it, but she is the reason why the vibe is bad between Sophia and the girls. Houseway, how the hell are you gonna say that Selena is the problem between you, the stepmother, and the children? That don't make no sense. Not if y'all been around each other for the last 10 years, that wouldn't make no sense. Selena says, what you did to my girls is what caused it. Carlos says, it seems like the bigger issue between Selena and Sophia is JJ, only because he neglected and not he of his neglect and not having his wife at the time, Selena, who was separated, and his new woman, Sophia, have a relationship in that had a relationship in that seems like the biggest whatever said that it was. Yeah, so basically what I just said, like it looked like that they never were like introduced formally at any time, even when the breakup, when they were getting engaged, when it was all said and done, there was some sort of breakdown, like they never really met, which is kind of weird because how do you let your children be with their dad knowing that there's a certain woman that's coming around them all the time? It's like, girl, I need to check you out. Like I need to check you out, make sure you cool. Okay. Sophia admits that she thinks that she should have been introduced to Selena and she wasn't, but then she doubles down and says, but Selena should have wanted to know who's around her kids at that time. And I'm true. But I mean, true statement, but you also should have been like, I want to meet their mom. I don't want her to ever think that I'm stepping on her toes, or if I want to comb the girl's hair, like I need her to know who I am. That's me. Sophia says she poured a lot into her husband to make sure he knew she was the perfect woman and wife. And JJ and her forgot about the girls. In my notes it says, so how was Selena at fault again? You just literally told on yourself. You poured into JJ more than you and JJ poured into the girls. The both of y'all poured into the daughters. Your daughter included, your son included, his 3 daughters. Y'all like literally got together and was like, oh, they got each other. And then y'all just did what y'all wanted to do. And Selena girls probably went back and told their mom what they did or did not do, and it just got into a routine. And so yeah, she has ammunition or remembers what happened a little bit better than you do, because you out of your own mouth say you didn't even give the girls the attention they deserved, you or their father. Selena agrees that Selena agrees that they both should have been introduced. Selena and Sophia agree that they both should have been introduced to each other earlier. Carlos asked Sophia, how did she feel that Selena is sharing the same stage with her? Sophia says she doesn't care because she knows she's beneath her. I don't understand the jabs. I don't get the sticky moves. I'm not understanding why what is this animosity? But it has to be that JJ had gotten in her ear and was like, hey, she not your friend. and you better come for her before she come for you. And because I know her, like he's like literally had to pit you against her and made it seem like you need to take up for him and yourself. I bet you, because this doesn't make sense. It don't make no sense. Anyway, she says that she's beneath her. Tambra chimes in and says, Sophia, I remember when you said this is my platform. Sophia, you forgot you said that? And she was like, Sophia said, I did because we were not on the same level. We don't think the same. I said, see, did y'all hear that? We not on the same level and we don't think the same. How would you know that? You don't know nothing about Selena. Your husband do. So your husband is sitting there putting in your head and you are drinking the Kool-Aid as if it's the last liquid on earth. And it's so funny because you are literally making yourself look like a fool, a clown. And yes, y'all can put some clowns in the chat if you like. We don't think the same, Carlos asks Sophia, do you think damn, this was a moment to myself? And do you feel like, damn, now I have to share this with Selena? Sophia says, it's okay. She probably need the check. Again, all I'm going to say is this has to be coming from JJ, and she's just being a mouthpiece. That's what I'm going to say. Selena said, bitch, please, you can't even walk in my shadow. Sophia is saying, my shoes cost more than your house. Selena says, y'all act like y'all got y'all own private runway with a private jet. You act like you got fucking yard or something. Sophia said, you mad only somebody miserable would lie and gotta compare themselves. Selena said, there is no comparison. I'm a badass bitch. I was like, okay, Selena. She said, okay. Selena says she been bothered since she saw me at Latrice's event, and you still bothered. So please say you have. Oh no, she was like, and you still bothered. And Sophia was like, please, girl, you have nothing. You have nothing, baby. Carlos brings up the emotional conversation that they both shared and how beautiful it was when they both came to common grounds in New Orleans. That's what we all thought. What happened? Selena says she don't know. When she came out here earlier on this reunion, she started doing shots at her. And I just told y'all, I think that JJ is telling her or got in her ear and told her, y'all not friends, y'all not chummy chum. So don't go out there trying to be her friend because she's not your friend. Carlos says, let's be real. Let's, you know how Carlos do. Can we have a real conversation? Let's have a real conversation. I said, yep, here we go. He about to get on his soapbox, but it's okay. Because he usually have the right things to say. He might sit on that box a little long, but he usually have the right thing to say. He says, it seems like, Sophia, you are fine moving forward with Selena, but JJ isn't. Sophia says, she is. She really is. Carlos says, you're doing the right thing. Doing the right thing, and you get chastised for got Carlos wheels turning, honey. Carlos is wondering if JJ is the one that really is preventing the two of them for moving forward. Sophia kind of squirms and says that it wasn't all JJ, but then she says, well, in the beginning, JJ did not want me to have a conversation with Selena at all. Sophia says she did tell Selena in New Orleans that her husband JJ is not gonna have and not gonna want to talk to her or on no level. She did. She did tell her that, which to me is childish. Not that she told her, but that your husband has you fighting his battles and telling him to tell his wife. Like, if y'all ever spoke, like you didn't even need to tell him. Like, I don't like literally. You didn't have to say nothing about. Well, I think that JJ. I feel like JJ is not gonna talk to you. Like, you didn't even have to say nothing. Just keep it on you and her. Like, literally, very immature. Then Sophia says, but she still wants to smoke. Again, everybody's on the panel like, what? Selena said, no, I don't. And everyone, Selena said, no, I don't. Carlos and Akeisha had to tell Sophia, like, girl, you came out like Katy Perry's song, girl. You came out like the 4th of July, girl. You came out like fireworks. Tamara says from her dynamic, she says from the dynamic, it looks like JJ is in your ear, and that's just her being honest. That's what Tamara said. Same thing I said. I just said it before her because I was already thinking this. Like, every time she says something, it sounds like it doesn't sound genuinely coming off of her. It sounds like there's things like was programmed in her head, and the program is trying to remember how it was said and the manner it was said, and then you keep trying to take digs and it's not working. So yeah, that's how it was looking for me. And I just told y'all all the girls are pretty much in agreement. You know, they all pretty much agreed. Even Sophia said, yeah, he does. I mean, he is. Oh, excuse me, guys. She says, I mean, he is my husband. So everyone pretty much agrees that JJ is probably keeping Selena and Sophia from becoming cordial and or friends. Is it because they can compare when Selena's relationship was ending to when Sophia's relationship was beginning and they might have overlapped? That's what I think. I think that's what everybody is thinking. That's the only thing that kind of makes sense right now. And the common denominator is JJ. And let me see how I'll put this because I don't want to. Yeah, everybody agrees that JJ is the common denominator in the two of the ladies moving forward, because the husband doesn't like that his wife and the mother of his kids hugged it out, and the fact that he's still trying to do that 10 plus years later is very, very suspect, very, very weird. And everybody's looking at you weird, JJ. I'm sorry, what they are. What do you have to hide? That's what I put in my notes. Carlos said, it looks like JJ scolded her for trying to do the right thing. Carlos want to know, went on a tangent about that whole little thing about JJ and, him being the focal point of the reason why the ladies are not getting along. They circle back to health and drug addiction. And not only do we need to check on our bodies, Marie was saying. She was like, not only do we want to check on your bodies, you also want to be able to check on your mind. Depression, anxiety, and being stressed out all falls under mental health, guys. So if you didn't know that, yes, your mentals are not being right. If you have anxiety, if you're stressed out, if you can't get your thoughts together, all those things fall under mental health. And I've heard more often than I've heard, over my lifetime, I'm starting to hear more often now to check on your strong friends. Check on your strong friends because they need to be checked on as well. Just because they show strong on the outside does not mean that they're not going through something. Sophia says that Dee was reluctant to share her story, but she is happy she did because she knows it's going to help so many people. Carlos asked Tambra if she went through postpartum depression. Tambra says she was fighting it, but she did for sure. Tambra says when she woke up from having London, Simone, she woke up in ICU. She couldn't talk. She had a tube down her throat, and her and the baby were separated for days, and that's why she thinks that she is overprotective of the baby. Tambra says no one really came to say, "How are you doing, Tambra?" You know, they always want to say, "How's the baby?" I want to see the baby, but nobody really had checked on Tambra. Letitia feels like they. Oh, Letitia feels like they like that, but they. Okay, I don't know how. I think I'm trying to say. So Tambra was basically saying her and Letitia, you know, them trying to get their friendship back together, you know, she was all for that, but she feels like a lot of things just got swept up under the rug. Tambra says she's watched how Letitia talked to Latrice and how she moved in trying to get that relationship back on course. And she feels like when it came down to Letitia getting back her friendship with Tambra, that it wasn't the same. And that's when Letitia was like, "Girl, you just unblocked me. If you want to say that's what it is, I'm sure you know where she live at. You didn't go check on her or the baby," is what she's saying. But I digress. Carlos asks how she is doing today. Tambra says she's doing better. She's good. Carlos tells Tambra he really wants her to trust the foundation that the show was built on. So in other words, you know, you can talk to the girls, y'all friends, and you know, you can always go and talk to them in your time of need, or you need them. I guess he's literally trying to tell her, you know, go to your girlfriends, and you know, then we can get more content. I'm just joking. I think he really was being sincere, telling her to just go to them. Carlos has a surprise for the ladies, for the Bells. He says, you know, for the Bells to truly move forward, there's something or maybe someone that needs some resolution from the past. And he welcomes Dr. Antoinette Lyles. So, you know, it was more like this kind of clap. For most of the ladies, I like Antoinette. She's a little feisty little thing, but you know, she brings something to the TV screen. Carlos asked Antoinette why is she been holding on to onto what Letitia said for so long. Antoinette says because it just wasn't true. Carlos says, do you want to clear the air? Were you ever flirting with Glenn? Well, excuse me, y'all. Let me read something real quick. Antoinette said, "Why have you?" Antoinette said, "Why have you?" Oh, okay. That's why it's confusing to me. Okay, anyway, she was like, "Have you been flirting with Glenn?" Antoinette said, have you seen him? Have you seen Glenn?" Trying to talk about what that man looked like. I said, "Now y'all know, leave little Timu Bootsy alone. Leave Timu Bootsy alone." That's what they been calling him in these YouTube streets. I said, "Leave him alone." Letitia said, "Oh, okay, okay." She couldn't even come back with nothing. So you must don't think your man fine, because I'd have been like, my man is fine. He don't gotta be fine to you. He fine to me. Like I'd have ate her up. You want my man? I know you do. I'd have tore her up. But Letitia ain't got no comebacks. She had it. Letitia said, "You sitting on the couch and you desperate." Tisha, really? That's what you come up with? She's sitting on the couch and she desperate? No, I think she was asked to sit on the couch. And you guys are looking a little desperate at this moment. To be honest, y'all the one is losing bills by the truckload. I mean, I'm just saying. Antoinette said, she's desperate. And Letitia was like, I ain't desperate. I ain't never asked nobody to help me to build nothing. And Antoinette says, yeah, all you keep doing is launching these GoFundMe's. Letitia said, I ain't never had no GoFundMe's. So this nut, Antoinette goes, Enterprise. I said, Lord have mercy. This is why Antoinette needs to be back, because she does that type of stuff. She doesn't care. She goes on and on and on. Like Latrice tried to do that, but she don't have it. She don't have it. Antoinette got that. She got it. Carlos says to Antoinette, you said that the problem with the collective is Letitia Pearson. Antoinette says she's 100% believes that. She says she thinks Letitia will be your friend behind closed doors, but the moment the cameras are on, she will take a dig at you. And then on camera she says, what happened? And y'all, to be honest, to be literally honest with y'all, when you go back and look at this season, even though it was an 8-episode season, Letitia was crying the first 4 episodes, like literally crying to Tambra, crying to Latrice, crying about Marie and Latrice not getting along, crying to Tambra because her and the girls were not getting along. Like she literally was crying. And I told y'all then that I really believe that Carlos told her, y'all better get it together. Y'all don't want to get canceled. And so that's why she was really fighting for it. And it came across like, okay, Letitia, you're doing a lot of crying, but okay, you really want the Bells to work, but then right now it's not coming across like that. She's calling you out like only on camera. You act like you want the Bell Collective to be the collective. Akeisha nods her head, and she agrees with what Antoinette is saying. Letitia says she's done with her. I'm done with you. I'm done with you, talking to Antoinette. Letitia tells Antoinette she's there because she needs a check. Y'all all need a check. I need a check. Can I get a check? Carlos, send me a check, bro. I need one. Carlos, King, I need a check. You sending out checks like that? Send me a check. I want one. Please. Thank you. I appreciate it. If not, hey, y'all, my Cash App is rolling around because, like, people act like people ain't working for checks and working for stuff. I'm working. Like, she need a check. Girl, you need a check. Letitia? She said, you're not practicing. Letitia says, Mint Dental is not there. Talking about Antoinette's dental office. And that's where they end part 1. Okay. That's where they end part 1. And again, I'm trying to figure out why Letitia was sitting next to Carlos, because literally she didn't have that much going on. And when she did, it was her in tears most of the time this season. All to get on here and act like she's the head Belle in charge and that nobody else matters. Just saying. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my recap and review on the Belle Collective season 5, episode 9, the reunion special, Reunited, and it feels good. All right, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all get down in my comments. Let me know that y'all came through here. playback gang. Definitely get in the comments. Definitely hit that like button, you guys. Make sure you guys are sharing me with your peoples, okay? I just have one more reunion to get through, and their season is done, okay? So I'll be getting to you guys sooner than later with that. And that's when the men will be reunited with the women, and Carlos maybe could get to the bottom of why Glenn and the guys are got their panties in a bunch, if you will. Okay. So yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for rocking with me, cuties. You know I love y'all for y'all support. I did have my Cash App rolling and scrolling around these parts. And so I gotta take it down. So when I do my thing and exit stage left, I do what I need to do. You know what I mean? Okay. So make sure you guys check me out. Make sure you guys have your notification bells on, because you don't want to miss when I go live or drop a premiere. Okay. So yeah, y'all, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Y'all already know. Please let the sun shine on you at all times. Don't let nobody steal your sunshine, y'all. Don't let them take your joy. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it, because they will try. And you, like I said, you don't let them do any of it. Okay, so until next time, cuties, I will see y'all. And I'm trying to see which outro I was going to play. Let's see what it say. Let's see if this works. Okay, I don't want to say outro. Okay, sorry. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all again. Thank y'all. I love y'all for watching, okay? And like I said, I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Bye, cuties.
Your life, you must be feeling like this your night.